I know that the Super Bowl is still coming up, but when is preseason? Hey 12s, welcome in. For today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 Seahawks that are going to thrive with Mike Macdonald taking over this defense. Since I'm posting this before most of the offseason has happened, there's potentially some shakeup, and it's completely possible that some of these guys aren't even on the roster in September, but I really hope that they are because I think Macdonald will get the best out of them. So let's jump in. First up, I have Draymont Jones. I'll be the first person to say that I was a little bit disappointed by how Draymont played this season. The Seahawks' largest free agent acquisition in quite some time still underperformed in his first year in Seattle. I think that this change to Mike Macdonald is going to be really helpful. Macdonald loves stunts and requires speed and power from his interior defensive linemen. These are Draymont's best qualities. Draymont was really served terribly by the ways that the Seahawks used him. Look at how ineffective this pass rush is because it wasn't really set up for success. The Lions' interior offensive line is admittedly excellent, but simply by asking Jones to stand up and run right through these guys is unrealistic. Draymont is not really the type of pass rusher to win with a bunch of moves, but he instead relies more on his power. This approach needs to be set up with stunts, which he will get a lot more of in 2024. Before the Mike Macdonald hire, I was really thinking that the Hawks might want to move on from Draymont, but after hearing they got Macdonald, I think they need to give him another chance. Justin Madubuike was also a highly athletic and powerful interior rusher, and I think Draymont could fill his role in this Mike Macdonald defense perfectly. At number 4, I have Uchenna Nwosu. Nwosu had a mostly forgettable season in 2023 due to a strained pectoral that he suffered in Week 7. However, I think 2024 will be a breakout year for him. The logic with this selection is similar to what I said about Draymont Jones. Nwosu is a good pass rusher, but his best attribute is his power. He's not necessarily the bendiest edge or the fastest, but that won't matter as much when he's looping around his interior players to go bull rush guards and centers. He has the speed and raw explosiveness that is exactly what Jadeveon Clowney thrived with in 2023. I hate to just be plugging these guys into the roles that the Ravens had, but they really do fit. The Seahawks have an agile interior rusher in Draymont and a powerful edge in Nwosu. Together, I think these guys can be far more productive in 2023. Next up, let's go back into the secondary to talk about Tariq Woolen. Woolen certainly had a down year in 2023, although he was by no means bad. However, I do think Woolen was hurt the most by the scheme change that the Seahawks underwent when Sean Desai left. I know that this hasn't gotten talked about a lot, but the Seahawks defense really did change without Desai. With Sean Desai in 2022, Woolen was allowed to play a lot more press man coverage and was far more successful. When I watched the Seahawks film from this most recent year, Woolen really didn't get to do much of what he was best at. He was asked to play more off-man or press bail technique, as shown here. Macdonald, fortunately for Woolen, loves true press man coverage, and I think that his stats will jump way back up and he will enjoy a bounce-back year in 2024. Right along to number 2, I think Boye Mafe will have a great season. I've really been impressed by the steps that Mafe took as a pass rusher in 2023, and I'm excited to see where he goes next. Similar to Nwosu, Mafe has the exact profile that Macdonald craves. He is quick and he is powerful. This gives him the ability to not only push the pocket, but also allows him to crash inside in stunts. I know I might sound like a broken record talking about how much Macdonald wants a power edge rusher, but he really does, and this is exactly what Macdonald is looking for. I think Boye Mafe will have one heck of a season. But the Hawk that I'm most excited to see under Macdonald is obviously Devon Witherspoon. I don't really feel like I need to explain this. I mean, every Hawks fan is so excited to see what Spoon does in 2024. Macdonald loves press man coverage, which Spoon is great at. Macdonald enjoys blitzing his corners, which Spoon does a phenomenal job at. He's one of the best in the league. And Spoon is an excellent playmaker from the slot. Really, Devon Witherspoon is everything that Mike Macdonald could want from a corner. I think that we will see Witherspoon play from the slot more next year, so Macdonald can use him to clog up the middle of the field and bring him on blitzes to get pressure. We saw this for the Seahawks a lot more earlier in the year, and it kind of faded off towards the end, but I really think that Macdonald is going to recommit to Devon Witherspoon playing that kind of slot/star role. Kyle Hamilton played this role in 2022 before he moved back to safety, and I think Spoon would be a dream in this situation. The reason why I wanted to make this video is I think it shows just how well our roster fits into what Macdonald wants to run. Our edge rushers are perfect for this system, with a blend of quickness and power that Macdonald craves. In the secondary, our corners want to play more man coverage, or man match coverages, and this is the basis of what Macdonald also wants to do. You'll notice that I didn't mention any linebackers for the Seahawks, particularly because B-Wag and Brooks are free agents, but also because I don't know how this position will shake out. The Ravens had phenomenal linebackers, and I think finding guys that can play at their level will be difficult to impossible. But I really do think that Macdonald will be able to figure this out and adjust his defense. At these other positions, especially the defensive line, I think that the Seahawks will be even better than what Macdonald had to work with in Baltimore. I know that we haven't even had the Super Bowl, but I gotta be honest, I'm so excited for what the Hawks can bring in 2024. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be diving into some Seahawks-specific film breakdowns this offseason, so if you're interested, please like and subscribe. Also, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below so I can know who you are excited to see in 2024. Thanks again for watching.